Imagine typing a town into Google Maps and getting nothing. No roads, no photos, no reviews, no street view. Just forest. But here's the thing. Germany isn't just castles and fairy tale villages. Hidden deep in its forests, mountains, and former borders are places that officially no longer exist. Entire towns erased, villages evacuated, communities abandoned. Some destroyed by war, some swallowed by mines, some trapped behind Cold War borders, and others left to decay in silence. Tonight, we're counting down 10 ghost towns in Germany Google Maps won't show you. Places you were never meant to visit or remember. Let's begin. 10. The vanished village of Gruorn. In southern Germany, inside a massive military training zone, lies a village frozen in time, Gruorn. Today, it has no residents, no shops, no roads open to the public. Because in 1938, the entire population was forced out. The Nazi regime needed land for a huge military training ground, so Gruorn was evacuated. Families were told to leave homes their ancestors had lived in for centuries. By 1942, the town was empty. After World War II, the area remained restricted, first by the German military, then NATO. For decades, civilians couldn't return. Buildings collapsed. Nature reclaimed streets. Time erased memory. Only one structure survived: the church. Today, Gruorn is technically a ghost town inside a military zone, accessible only on special guided days. Most maps barely acknowledge it, because officially, Gruorn doesn't exist anymore. 9. The atomic ghost town of St. Gangloff. During the Cold War, East Germany hid entire settlements from the public. One of them was a Soviet-controlled outpost near St. Gangloff. It wasn't a normal town. It was a closed military community. Barracks, housing blocks, schools, shops, all built for Soviet personnel and their families. German civilians weren't allowed inside. On maps, it appeared as forest. Then, in 1990, the Soviet Union collapsed. Troops left, and overnight, the entire settlement was abandoned. Furniture still inside apartments, classrooms frozen mid-lesson, playgrounds rusting in silence. Nature swallowed everything. Today, most of the site is gone or sealed. Some buildings demolished, others hidden in woodland. It never officially existed as a civilian place, so to this day, it barely exists on maps. 8. The coal mine town that sank. Immerath, old. Some ghost towns fade away. Others are erased deliberately. Immerath, the original village, was one of them. Located in western Germany, it stood for over 900 years. Then, lignite coal was discovered beneath it. Germany needed energy, so the decision was made: destroy the town. Residents were relocated to a newly built New Immerath. Houses were demolished, streets erased, history flattened. The most haunting moment came in 2018, when the massive St. Lambertus Church, known as the Immerath Cathedral, was torn down. Footage of its destruction shocked Europe. Today, the original Immerath lies inside a giant open-pit mine. No roads, no trace. Google Maps shows only the mine, because the town itself is gone. 7. The border no man's land. Bardavik. During the Cold War, East Germany created a deadly buffer zone along the West German border. Villages inside it were considered security risks. One of them, Bardavik. In 1975, East German authorities declared it too close to the border. Residents were forcibly relocated. Then the village was demolished. Houses, farms, roads, all erased to create a clear surveillance zone. After German reunification, nothing remained but foundations and fields, overgrown paths, fragments of walls. Today, Bardavik is technically gone. No town center, no population, no official recognition, just land. A place deliberately wiped from geography. 6. The forest-swallowed resort of Woolseifen. Woolseifen was once a peaceful Eifel Mountain village. Farmhouses, church bells, fields, and forests. Then, in 1946, the British military took it over. Residents were expelled within weeks. The area became a training range. Villagers never returned. Buildings decayed under artillery fire and weather. Roofs collapsed, walls cracked, streets vanished. Today, Woolseifen sits inside a protected national park zone. Its ruined church still stands, roofless but intact. Walking through it feels like stepping into a paused century. No modern development, no residents. Just silence. A village abandoned by history. 5. The submerged town of Berich. Some ghost towns aren't hidden in forests. They're underwater. Berich was a medieval German village in Hesse. In 1914, Germany built the Edersee Dam. The valley flooded. Berich disappeared beneath the reservoir. Residents relocated uphill to Neuberich, but the old town remained below water. Most years it's invisible, but during droughts, the water recedes and the ghost town returns. Church walls, foundations, stone roads, emerging from the lake like Atlantis. Then the water rises again, and Berich vanishes. 4. The Nazi project town that never was. Prora Workers' Village. On Germany's Baltic coast stands one of the strangest places in Europe. Prora, a massive Nazi-era resort complex stretching nearly 5 kilometers. It was meant to house 20,000 vacationers, but nearby was a planned workers' settlement, a support town for staff and operations. It was partially built. Then World War II began. Construction stopped. After the war, the Soviet and East German militaries used parts of Prora, but the workers' village area was abandoned. Structures decayed for decades, hidden in coastal forest. Today, parts of Prora are redeveloped into hotels and apartments, but the original auxiliary settlement area never became a real town and never appears on most maps. 3. The forbidden village of Vogelsang. Settlement Vogelsang is known for its enormous Nazi training complex. But few people know about the settlement that once supported it. Housing, shops, infrastructure. After World War II, the British and later Belgian military controlled the area. Civilians were banned. The settlement emptied. Many structures demolished, others left to decay, because the zone remained restricted until 2006. Meaning, for over 60 years, an entire settlement sat abandoned in the forest. Today, Vogelsang is a historic site, but the civilian village that once existed there is mostly gone. 2. The disappeared mining town of Wustweiler Berg. Coal shaped Germany's industrial history, but it also erased communities. Wustweiler Berg was a mining settlement in Saarland. built for workers near coal operations. When mining declined mid-20th century, jobs vanished. Residents left. Buildings deteriorated rapidly. By the 1970s, most structures were gone. Unlike other villages, it wasn't relocated. It simply faded away. Today, only fragments remain. Foundations in woods, old paths, industrial remnants. It never became a heritage site, so maps rarely show it, because officially, it's just forest. Number 1. The entire town buried by war. Doberit's Old Village. Our number 1 ghost town isn't just abandoned. It was obliterated by war and military occupation. Doberitz, near Berlin, was once a normal village, but in the late 19th century, it became part of a massive military training area. Residents relocated. The village emptied. During World War II and the Cold War, the site was heavily used by German and Soviet forces. Buildings destroyed or dismantled. After reunification, much of the area became a nature reserve. Wild horses roam former streets. Grasslands cover foundations. Today, Old Doberitz has no town center, no structures, no population, just landscape. A town erased so completely, it became wilderness. Outro. The places that vanished. Germany is full of beautiful towns that survived centuries, but these places didn't. They were sacrificed to war, to industry, to borders, to power, to progress. Entire communities removed from maps and memory. But here's the haunting truth. If you walk through certain forests in Germany, you might be standing in someone's former kitchen, a schoolyard, a church square, a street that once had a name. Because ghost towns don't always look haunted. Sometimes they just look like land. If you enjoyed this journey into Europe's hidden history, subscribe for more forgotten places, lost towns, and eerie geography. And tell me in the comments, would you visit any of these ghost towns? Or should some places just stay erased?